Did you know that a piece of parchment signed over 800 years ago is considered one of the cornerstones of modern democracy? Welcome to Unboxd Origins. I'm Howie, your resident science geek and accidental trivia sponge.
And I'm Wyatt. I ask the big questions. Sometimes philosophical, often skeptical, always curious.
Today, we're digging into how did the Magna Carta shape modern democracy? All right, let's set the scene. It's 1215 in England, and King John is not having a good time. He's facing a rebellion from barons who are tired of his heavy taxation and arbitrary rule. So, in a desperate attempt to save his throne, he meets the rebellious barons at Runnymede, a meadow along the River Thames. What happens next is nothing short of revolutionary. The Magna Carta, or Great Charter, is sealed, marking a pivotal moment in history. This document puts a limit on the king's power and establishes the idea that everyone, including the monarch, is subject to the law. But this isn't just some old piece of paper. The Magna Carta introduces several principles that echo through time, such as the right to a fair trial and protection from unlawful imprisonment. These ideas are vital to the formation of modern democracies. Over the centuries, the document has inspired countless movements for freedom and justice around the world. It's like the grandparent of modern constitutions. Now, fast forward to the 17th century, and you see the Magna Carta's influence blossoming in the English Civil War. The concepts from this ancient charter fueled debates about the rights of citizens versus the powers of the monarchy. Think about it. This little piece of parchment is sparking ideas that will lead to the establishment of parliaments and representative government.
Interrupting. You know, Howie, it's fascinating that while the Magna Carta is celebrated as a democratic milestone, it only applied to a select few at the time. It didn't grant rights to everyone, just the barons. Isn't it a bit ironic that the roots of democracy were planted in a document that excluded the majority of the population?
That's a great point, Wyatt. It's true, the Magna Carta was a compromise between King John and the barons, but it laid the groundwork for future generations to expand those rights to more people. The evolution of democracy is often messy and gradual, isn't it? By the time we reach the Enlightenment, thinkers like John Locke and Thomas Jefferson are drawing from the Magna Carta's principles to advocate for individual rights and government accountability. Talk about a legacy. The Charter becomes synonymous with the fight against tyranny and the quest for individual freedoms.
Let's not forget the global impact. From the United States Declaration of Independence to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the echoes of the Magna Carta are everywhere. Who would have thought that a medieval document could influence such significant global movements?
Absolutely. The Magna Carta may have started as a noble attempt to curb royal power, but its ripples have shaped our understanding of democracy and human rights. So why does it matter? The Magna Carta reminds us that the fight for rights and freedoms is an ongoing journey. While it didn't create a perfect democracy, it planted the seeds for future generations to nurture and grow.
And as we reflect on this history, we realize that democracy is a living concept, evolving and expanding to include more voices.
If you enjoyed this dive into the origins of the Magna Carta and its impact on modern democracy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, a piece of parchment sealed over 800 years ago continues to influence how we view power and rights today. How's that for lasting impact?